I have with me today Tara Badcock. She is a Twitch streamer and YouTuber. Tara, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
I noticed there's on Tara's YouTube channel, your bio describes you this way. It says, body of a star, mind of a philosopher, and heart of a gamer. Can you explain that to me? What is the body of a porn star first?
Stereotypically, someone who wears a lot of makeup and has plastic surgery to look kind of like the male fantasy, I would say.
Do you believe in open relationships?
I was in an open relationship for over 10 years. So
Whoa.
I do, but I don't at the same time.
You look like an alpha male kind of a woman. I can't imagine you with a beta male. It'd be too boring for you.
It definitely would be too boring for me.
Wow, amazing. And so you can't tell me if your now boyfriend, your present boyfriend, is an alpha or beta.
I'm just not going to talk about him at all, but we just talked about what I would and wouldn't be with. So I think you
I can assume that he is an alpha male since you're still with him for so long.
yeah, I guess, yes.
So exactly, what is an OnlyFans? I learned a lot from you already, just by going over your material last night. What is an OnlyFans page?
So it's kind of like a Patreon, but it's more geared toward like nudity, sex work, stuff like that. And so you pay to be on there, kind of like Patreon, and you see like the main feed. But then you can also like supplement your income by sending extra things through messages that they have to unlock with extra money. So it's kind of like a good platform for that kind of thing, for the teas,
right,
and for the sexy stuff.
And so is it pornography?
I think it's a subset of pornography. Usually, there are some people on there that just do regular content, but it's mostly sexy stuff.
Really? And so, do you get naked on your OnlyFans page?
I do.
You do. How much does it cost to get you to get?
Well, that's a complicated question. But I mean, sometimes I'll send out unlockable messages that are like $10. Other times I'll fundraise and I'll get a couple thousand for like a really big set or something. And I do that usually once a month.
Whoa, that's amazing. And so, I know you don't want to talk about your boyfriend, but yes or no, is he okay with this?
Yes, I would not be with someone who wasn't okay with me making my own money, especially because of how much I make. It would just be illogical. It would be an illogical amount of jealousy at that point.
Yeah. And does he ever show a little jealousy? Like, you know what? I wish you wouldn't. Don't take it all the way off.
I don't know. He's pretty laid back.
Oh, he is?
That's all you get. Stop asking about him.
I know. What other question about that? And then it won't be about him. It's about you. How did you meet a guy that's so willing to go along with you on this?
I don't know.
Do you work out and all that at a gym and all that?
Yeah, I do.
You do. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your body? 10 being best.
My body, I feel like right now, like I like my body, but I like everything about myself, you know. But like my body in terms of fitness right now would probably be like a 6, I would say. I want to like lose fat, basically. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of like I lift weights and stuff, and I feel like if I just got the fat off, I would look pretty damn good. So.
Are you careful how you eat and all that kind of stuff?
I am, but then on my cheat days, I kind of have like a pseudo food addiction. So it's like I'll just undo everything, and it's quite hard for me to not eat when we go out and actually have like good food and stuff.
That's amazing. I almost hate to ask you this, but I need to know, right? On your OnlyFans page, how do I want to make this clean because you're such a nice lady. You're not like an Amber Rose. If this was Amber Rose, I'd be, you know.
Ask me anything. Don't sugarcoat it.
Oh, okay. So on your OnlyFans page, do you like act out sex? Do they want you to act out as well?
They want me to. I draw the line at anything that would make me or someone else. So, well, not someone watching, but someone who's with me. So I don't do any masturbation, no actual sex, nothing like that. None of the actual stuff. I'm more just like a, soft core, non-penetrative stuff.
Oh, I see. Would you do it if the money was right?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh,
I would
okay.
do it. There's like very few things that would make me do it. It's not really about money for me. It's like I like sex so much that I don't want to turn it into a job. And one of the things that's hottest about me like having sex with someone is that no one really knows my O face, like my face in real life. Like it's like the fans don't know the O face. It's only the people in real life who do. And
Oh,
that keeps it special because I do agree that it's a little weird, like if you're for me personally, like people are fine with it, but if you're dating a porn star and they see like everything that you do,
yeah.
or if you're like webcamming all of your sex, it becomes a job and less special.
Amazing. So you have an O face. Can we get a little example of your O face?
No, very secret O face.
Chris, would you like to see your
I'm
O
sure all of you guys there have an O face too. Everyone has an O face. Come on.
Is the OnlyFans a positive or negative influence on society?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I would say it's just different. It's just like society is always evolving, and you can always find a reason that something might be a detriment or a benefit. So it's hard to say.
Yeah. You ever think about that?
No.
Amazing.
I mean, not in terms of like whether or not it would change my mind. Definitely not. I'm more, I'm more toward people just being able to do whatever they want, and if they have to grow new ways of coping with it, then that they're just getting stronger.
Yeah.
Honestly, so whatever you have to do to cope with it and still have a healthy mindset, just do that, and don't shelter yourself or anyone else because you're too weak to handle something.
I noticed that, and I was a little surprised because I didn't understand it, I think. But I noticed that on your page, you don't seem to care about right or wrong or any of that. So whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, you should just be that and do that, and to hell with what anyone else think about it. Am I
Kind
saying
of.
that wrong?
I think that good and evil are kind of societal constructs, so that, and I think everyone's an amalgam of good and evil. No one's like wholly good or wholly evil or whatever. So I think it's up to, there are like a few factors in what we would generally consider good and evil, and one of it would be like the laws in society or like the norms in society. And I don't feel like those are objective, so for me it's a little bit of a gray area. Like, so for me, it's just like don't hurt anyone else
Yeah.
in a very explicit way. Don't hurt anyone else, because obviously people could be like, oh, you hurt my feelings or something, and I don't care about that. But like an actual like demonstrable hurting someone else or telling someone else that they can't do the same thing that I'm doing, which is doing whatever I want, that would be in my eyes wrong, but not objectively wrong.
Oh, I see.
So I just don't do that. Yeah.
What do your parents think about what you do?
My parents are extremely supportive. They actually watch like a lot of my videos and stuff.
Really?
So they know what I do. They've been fine with it. Yeah.
Your father too? Your father? Because normally men are not okay with their daughters or sons doing certain things. The mother tends to accept it because women are more illogical than men, right? So your father's okay with this too?
Yeah, my parents are hippies. They're just like, do whatever you want, happy hippie people. And I'm sure my dad has had awkward moments, but he supports me because I'm happy, and that's like all he cares about.
Do you have a plan to get married, have children?
I don't want children. I would be open to getting married. But I kind of think that it's just kind of a contract. I would be open to settling down as if I were married, that's for sure.
When I watched your stuff last night, I was thinking about another woman that I interviewed by the name of Amber Rose. Are you familiar with her?
I am kind of, yeah.
And she started the slut walk. And the reason for it, according to Amber Rose, is to take away the shame of being a slut. What do you think about that?
I'm not into the hyper feminist stuff. I kind of think that, they're like, society is going to do what society wants. So if you try to say like, hey, society, stop thinking this or that, like it's going to come off as like cringeworthy and over proactive. I don't like the activist stuff. You know, if you don't want to feel shameful because you're a slut, don't.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't need to tell society that they need to not feel shame if they do, or be overbearing about your positions.
And so you're not in support of taking the word slut out of it, taking the shame out of it.
I mean, I have no shame in that word, but it's whatever people want to think. Like, I just think the movement aspect of it is kind of dumb. But if society stops thinking that sluts are shameful, that's great. Like, because then less people are telling other people what to do. So overall, it's a good. But the act of trying to force it on people with a slut walk that's obviously going to turn a lot of people off,
Yeah.
and make people never change their minds is like not the right course of action, in my opinion.
Have you ever been called a slut?
Oh, for sure.
And how did and do you feel about that?
I don't really care if people think I'm. I think by definition, I'm. It depends. Like, how do you define a slut? Because if it's having sex with a lot of people, I haven't. But if it's like dressing provocatively or doing something like selling your body online or whatever, I definitely do that. So I'll own whatever I am, you know.
So I say that women, and I had this conversation with Amber Rose during my interview with her, and I said, she asked me what was a slut, and I said that any woman that has sex with a man out of wedlock is a slut. And she's like, well, what is a man that has sex out of wedlock with a woman? I said, slut maker. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with that?
Based on your definition, yes.
Uh-huh.
I get. I mean, it takes the agency away from the woman's decision a little bit, but sure, why not?
Yeah. Are you a Christian?
No.
Are you an atheist?
Yeah.
And you believe there's no God?
Yeah.
And why do you believe that?
I just don't think there's any evidence that's persuaded me to believe that there's a God. And even if I believed that there was a God, because I do believe that we can't know for sure that there isn't. But even if there was, I would have to contemplate quite a while to give away this life in order to have like a certain promised eternity. Or if there is a God, is he actually exactly as he was presented? So for me, it's just like, you know, I'm going to be a hedonist and have fun in my life. And if I burn in hell, fuck it.
What the?
In hindsight, that might be horrible, but you know, whatever.
What the? Have you always felt this way?
Pretty much. I think when I was younger, I believed there was a God just like at face value because like people told me there was.
Yeah.
And then when I became I was like a teenager or something, and I was like, I don't think so. And then I just I used to really dislike religious people. And then I realized like the reasoning, like even if it doesn't exist, I realized that there are some people who need it as either like a guiding light in life. I realized that there might be societal repercussions if we don't have that kind of, you know, moral goods and bads. So for me, jury's still out on whether or not it's a good idea overall to have religion, because religion's also done a bunch of stuff. So I just don't really care. Like, believe whatever you want, and I'll support that.
Are your parents atheists as well?
No, they're not really devout in any way, but I think my dad's a Christian and my mom's a Lutheran.
And so where do you get your sense of right and wrong from?
I mean, I would assume whatever my environment when I was younger and how I was raised as a kid, and then what I've seen demonstrably to be bad or good, in my opinion. Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm not, I guess I can be bitchy if I know you really well, but I'm more of a control freak.
Yeah.
So like when someone's editing my videos, I'm like, oh, I wanted that footage to look like this. And then it's like really hard to explain something so specific. So I'm trying to just be like, oh, Jesus, take the wheel on a lot of stuff. Because I spend so much time doing things that don't really matter that much in the way of making money, but that make me happy and I have passion for. But at the same time, I need to balance my time because I want to get back to streaming more often and doing everything else, you know.
It's interesting that atheists calling on Jesus to take the wheel.
Hey, it's an expression. I thought you would appreciate it, all right?
I love it. Are you a feminist?
I wouldn't call myself a feminist, no.
And what's your impression of feminists? Are they hurting or helping society?
It depends on... I think whether or not a movement is hurting or helping society is based on how radical the person is. So like if you're pushing your views on someone and not letting them find out the quote unquote truth for themselves, like it's never going to work. And I thought of the newer waves of feminism have been very black and white in their thinking, to the point where like people have just made them into a meme.
Do you support Black Lives Matter?
As a movement, I'm not sure. Some aspects.
Amazing. Have you ever had an abortion?
No.
Do you support abortion?
Kind of. I'm conflicted, ambivalent.
Yeah. Do you support the Great White Hope?
Who's the Great White Hope?
You have not heard of the Great White Hope?
No.
I have a running war with
Oh
the
my
media.
God.
They are among the most dishonest human beings on earth.
Is that what you call him?
Welcome to the Great White Hope.
No. So I don't support any politicians, to be honest.
Did you have fun?
Yes, actually I did.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for watching The Fallen State. We need your continued support. Donate to my nonprofit here. Subscribe and like the videos here. And tell everybody and their mama about the show.